Nah, I use the world as my therapy, as my therapist. Anyone I talk to is my therapist. I will pull them into the conversation of what I'm feeling at that point and get their perspective. Sometimes they be like, damn, I'm talking to Ye. I'm not expecting to talk about this. I'll talk through things. Anybody that I'm around, and I put that as advice to people. It's like, use people around you as your therapist, because they probably know more about you. Like a therapist is like, does a crash course in Ye, and then comes and it's like, want to give you, some advice. And I'm not saying that the therapists are bad. I'm just saying that I like just talking to acquaintance, friends, family, and I keep them on the phone, for 45 minutes at a time, talking through things. It's like it's kind of narcissistic, talk about my problems, using the energy, even like just them being a sounding board.
What is going on, internet friends? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing absolutely sensational as per always. Welcome back to Let's Chat, my whenever I feel like it forum, where we discuss issues that might concern me, concern you, or anyone in between, because the truth of the matter is I do not have all the answers, and neither do you. But together, through open-minded conversation, I'm pretty confident we can come up with a couple of solutions. But anyway, you catch me today on the road. And I've been on the road for a lot of today. It's one of those work days where it's just about picking stuff up. I'm always getting roasted by like my friends and inner circle that I need to plan the logistics of like pickups. I need to plan the logistics of pickups and stuff a lot better. Truth is, some days you just will be on the road. Some days one thing is on one side of Johannesburg, and the next day it's on the other side, and I've let things build enough to the point where it's just one long drive. It's one big boring circle. But that's neither here nor there, nor is that the reason why having this little chatting of let's. I was thinking to myself, I wasn't even thinking to myself, things have happened. Let me not lie, things have happened. And it has brought about a lot of conversation in my life. I won't say what things, just because I'm physically, like sincerely physically so drained by this life thing. And I was watching a podcast before this like event happened. I was watching a podcast, and it's no secret that we're all on the pursuit of happiness. It just so happens that I publish my journey on the internet, and I'm honest about whether I'm up, down, middle, or in between. And this controversial chap said, when people say to him like, yo bro, I'm not happy, whatever, his answer is generally, good, you don't deserve to be happy. You haven't worked for happiness. There is no light without dark. Which is a very harsh way of saying, what have you done to secure your happiness? What have you done on the pursuit of happiness, like that makes you happy? And my counter to that will always be, well, what if the things that used to make me happy do not make me happy anymore? What if nothing makes me joyful? Because the difference between joy and happiness, in my opinion, again, these are all just my opinions and I'm just chatting. Joy is a long-lasting feeling of happiness, a fulfilled feeling of happiness, and just normal happiness is that feeling you get when you buy a new pair of shoes. You're like, oh, I'm happy right now, this is sick, and then you get over it quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I guess that is the counter argument I have to that, because there are people with there are things that can happen to you in your life that will suck out your joy. It sucks out the joy from most, if not all, circumstances. You go through something that is so drastic and so life-changing that it rewires what happiness in your brain is. Or it throws you into a trap of just constant sadness. And sadness can be beyond the feeling of being like, I'm sad, or like actively being upset at things. Sadness can be the feeling of nothing. I think one of the most misunderstood feelings of depression is the fact that depression is beyond just being sad. It's the lethargicness of your emotions to compute. Like, you just are nothing. Someone's like, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine. But are you good? Yeah, I mean, I have to be, I guess. We don't really have a choice. You just are nothing, and that's a perpetual state. And the thing about that state of being is that it makes you not want to do anything. And another misconception that people have is that people who are busy, active, successful are happy because they're busy, active, and are successful. Whereas more often than not, the opposite can be very true. I heard something. I've just been hearing stuff, which is why we are here having a Let's Chat, because I've been taking in a lot of information, and post what happened very recently is that I started thinking to myself, am I doing enough? You know when people make you second guess your damn self? Like as if life isn't hard enough, like you end up second guessing yourself. Like, am I doing enough? And my whole life has been, am I doing enough? That's how I've lived. I've lived as a person who is never doing enough. So I do more. And the more that I used to do would be for everyone but myself. So anyway, I digress. One of the things that I heard is the fact that, and it's one of the things that I've never been able to articulate. Like, people ask me, how do you just keep going?
In 300 meters, keep left.
Sick. People would always ask me, like, how do you just keep going? Like, you're always busy. How do you just keep doing things?
Keep left to Byers Nade Drive, M5 North.
You see, now you're cutting me off. Now I'm getting angry. How do you keep going even when you don't feel like it? And I often tell people, I don't ever feel like doing things. Like, I don't think anyone wakes up, I would love to do this, that, and the other. One of the things that I heard the other day was someone said, I'm not motivated every day. And it's a person that I look up to. Someone asked him, how are you so relentless? Like, every day you're doing stuff. You're running your business. You are like helping the community. You are exercising. You just don't seem to stop. Like, where do you get the motivation? And he said, by no means am I motivated. I'm not motivated ever. I'm not motivated. Long and the short of it, I'm not motivated. I'm just disciplined. I'm just disciplined, and I know that there are things that have to be done, and I'm the one who has to do them, and so I get them done. Like, life has afforded me so many opportunities, and the opportunity to be able to run a business, the opportunity to be able to exercise, the opportunity to just push on. And then I had issue with that as well, because it's like, is that not the most toxic thing, is just forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do? Are we not always told in life that you must do what you want? Well, if you want to get somewhere and you have a specific destination, then doing what you want might not get you there. Sometimes the only way to get where you want to get is by doing the things you don't want to do. And motivation isn't going to get you there. Well, not all the way. It's discipline. Waking up every day, getting things done. And today, I won't lie, I very rarely feel bleak enough to not want to get out of bed. I make it a point that I'm getting out of bed. Like, even in the peak of the craziness that is the vid, I would just get out of bed. Like, even if it means nothing more than just getting up and looking around and walking outside, like, I'll just get up. And it's just the discipline of, like, I know that I just have to. I don't know, like, wow. Are you dizzy, my friend? Wow, this guy nearly just had a massive accident. Is he done? Anyway, it's I don't know what it is in me. It's just I have to, because that's just how I've had my life. And I don't know if it's a positive thing or a negative thing, that all I know is to get things done. All I know is that I've been told, like, my whole life, like, yeah, but it was harder then, and it's easy for you now, and you're actually just coasting, and this, that, and like those things will sit in your mind, and you'll just be like, shucks, maybe I am doing the equivalent of squat zero. Maybe I do need just to get up and get things done. Like, what is my excuse? I don't know. Is there an end location even for this very Let's Chat? Probably not. Well, honestly not, because I don't know what the point of this whole thing is. But the point is that I'm so tired and I am not motivated, and I didn't feel like getting up today. But I've driven for 1.5 hours today, picking things up, making phone calls, doing emails, trying to figure out how can I get this customer the thing that they need? How can I get this person the thing that they need? This project isn't going as well as it should. Why? Who can I phone? What can I do? And it's really not motivation. I'm not motivated. I'm motivated one day that I know I'm going to have a McLaren, and I'm going to have this, and I'm going to do that. But right now, today, I don't see how that fits in, and I'm tired, and I want to sit at home, and I just want to eat, and I want to sleep. That's how I'm feeling.
In 300 meters, turn left.
Maybe it is a combination of motivation and discipline. I'm hearing the way that I'm speaking and the verbiage that I'm using, and it sounds very motivated. It sounds very, okay, this guy has a destination, he's motivated, one day he wants to get there, which is true. But today, on the whatever of June, I'm not motivated to do anything. I'm in a sad state. And it's so insane how a few things or a few people have that level of control in your life. If you think about it, everyone has that 1 or 2 or 3 people in their lives that what they say can really affect you. Everyone has those few people where they can say like 4 or 5 words and it will ruin you. You'll be ruined. You'll be absolutely ruined. In this case, it's the GPS constantly interrupting me. But yeah, internet friends, I don't know. I was just sharing my feelings. I was sharing my emotions. Just because I was like bursting at the seams. Bro, you need to go, blood. You didn't do that with any level of confidence, bro. When you're driving, sometimes you just need to drive with confidence. And just know that I'm going, but it is what it is. Yeah, internet friends, I don't know. There's so many things on my mind, and yeah, I don't know, internet friends. I think there's so many things that I've heard, and so many conversations I've had, and so many things that are changing that have made me just have a built up level of stuff in my head that I just need to explode out. And it is what it is. Tell me how you guys get through the day. How do you guys actually get through? Like, is it motivation? Is it discipline? Is it just like, I have to work, otherwise I will not eat at the end of the month? Like, what is it? Because realistically, and this is the thing that I hate people saying, because not everyone has an option, but most people have an option to cop out. There's more often than not a way of copping out. You can accept your situation and just go through it and be like, ugh, I guess this is what I'm in. Or you can stand up and wake up the next day and be like, you know what, I just have to. But is that motivation or is it discipline? Because in my situation right now, I'll tell you one thing, it doesn't feel like any form of motivation. Things just went wrong before I turned on this camera, and I was just like, ugh, screw it. This order's not getting done. Like, I don't care. But anyway, internet friends, let me stop rambling. Until next time, follow me on the social media. As always, remember to love life and all the people in it we're living.
Ain't nobody like a Joe Bear Party. Ain't nobody like a Joe Bear Party.